Welcome to OtakuCast. I'm your host, Angel's Calamity, and as you guys should know by now, I have a small YouTube channel where I do Let's Plays and whatnot. Me and my friends have a good time, and as always, my co-host, DC. I always do it every time I mess up somehow.
Are we part of a hive mind now? My host? Are you a symbiote and didn't tell me?
My host.
Alright, hi, I'm Directionally Challenged. I also have a YouTube channel, Directionally Challenged.
There's my... I'm getting a phone
Stop
call,
it
as
with
always.
Your phone calls.
It's my kid's school, man, and now it's not even letting me... Okay, I just have to listen to it ring in my ear. Continue, sorry.
Well, we also should welcome our special guest this week.
Hi. Oh, I can't
Tell us a
hear.
little bit about yourself.
Now I can hear you. Hi, I'm Mia. I'm a mom, and all I do is play video games and watch anime and go to work. That's me.
Hey,
Mood.
it's good. It's good. It's a good life if you can do that.
For real.
when it's like when your life is I watch anime and play video games. Pretty good life.
Well, I'm
Indeed.
as a mom and work now, but I still
Yeah.
manage.
Not an easy life. Not an easy life to try to balance work and mom and anime and video games. It's a juggling act because I am also a mother. Free spawn. Anyone? I'm just kidding. Don't.
I am not a mother.
I mean, in today's day and age, you could be.
Yeah, but I don't have kids.
You could be.
I'm fine.
Well, you
Does
should.
it count a dog or a bunny? I have a bunny.
I imagine little DCs would binge as much hell upon you as you would do upon the world.
The world does not need little DCs. The world does not need it.
As always, everybody, we're going to first run over our Otaku news for this week. What's our first news story, DC?
Let's talk about Kyoketsuki wa Sugushinu, or The Vampire Dies in No Time.
Bless you.
It's a new comedy that's been revealed for 2021. Doo-doo-doo.
I was actually not sure I was reading it right. I'm like, that cannot be the title. But nope, that's the title. The Vampire Dies in No Time.
The Vampire Dies in No Time.
And it's Jin Fukuyama plays the easily slain yet easily resurrected vampire Drolk, while Makoto I cannot read today.
Furukawa.
Thank you. Plays the vampire hunter Ronaldo. And the gag manga centers on Drolk, a vampire who is feared as he is rumored to be invincible. And the vampire hunter Ronaldo goes to Drolk's castle after hearing that Drolk has kidnapped a child. When Ronaldo arrives at the castle, he finds that Drolk keeps dying over every small thing and turning to dust.
No,
And his true nature is that as the weakest vampire of them all.
The thing is, though, is that he keeps coming back.
He does. That does sound entertaining. I hope they turn it into an anime. Not that I wouldn't read a manga. I'm just busy.
Well, it is. The anime is coming out in 2021. It's a manga that's becoming an anime.
Oh, okay. Well, see, look, that's news to me. Look, I've been sick like all this week, guys, so you'll have to forgive my extra amount of derpness. But Chase in chat says DC isn't a mom, and he is shook. Look. The next news story is PlayStation 5 to launch with no in-store sales. Sony announced on Thursday that the launch day sales for the PS5 will only be available online through retailers' websites. The announcement noted that Sony made the decision for the safety of gamers, retailers, and staff safe amidst Voldemort. We don't say that word here because that word is bad, but y'all know what we mean when we mention Voldemort, the Dark One, the thing that shall not be spoken of. The statement also confirmed that no units will be available for in-store purchase on launch day.
Lame.
Yeah, well, you know,
also no backwards compatibility with PS. Freaking 2.
Yeah, they're probably still gonna keep PS Now, which is.
Yeah. It's fine. Look, I'm really annoyed with Sony right now because
we're hitting up the swores right in the beginning.
It's not like they still really make PS2s. Like
we need
the PS2 Slims are really hard to find. Like I'm looking for a Slim because my clasp on my Slim isn't working anymore, and it's just like it's annoying because if I want to pay freaking $700 for a new system, I would like to be able to play all of my previous PS games. You know,
Look,
it'd be
I'm
nice.
a PlayStation fangirl, but I am not getting this for a while. I am still happy with my 4. Heck,
I
I
don't
was
even
still
have a
happy
4.
with
I'm
my
happy
3.
with my 3. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
happy
was
with
still
my 3.
happy
That's all
with
I
my
have.
3.
I have a 3
Until
and a
my
2.
3 and I stopped talking after it fried its hard drive, and I have to start
Oh, yeah.
everything
I
all
have,
over
I
again.
have no patience, so I'm gonna try to get it, but that's because of Demon Souls. Purely because of Demon
That's
Souls.
fair. And it will launch in the United States, Japan, Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, and South Korea on November 12th. The console will launch the rest of the world on November 19th. The PS5 will retail for $499.99, and the PS5 Digital Edition, which does not include the disc slot, will retail for $399.99. Who doesn't want a disc slot?
Sorry, Chase says, does the news. Angels, well, that's news to me. You
Hey,
don't say.
no, I was ignoring that comment, okay?
I'm
Look,
calling it out.
you guys are triggering our editor, okay? Leave poor Colette, aka Biohazard, leave off the swears.
So,
But the PS5 will get a PlayStation Plus
Yeah.
collection for PlayStation Plus subscribers. That's a me! The collection will include 4 PlayStation games will be playable for subscribers. The games include Bloodborne, already have it. Monster Hunter World, already have it. Final Fantasy 15, already have it. Last Guardian, I don't have that one, I want it. Persona 5, I have that one, haven't played it. And Resident Evil
Play
7 Biohazard, I have it.
Play it.
Oh
So
my
basically,
God.
what we're hearing is PS5 launches with a bunch of PS4 titles. Oh, PS5, you just make me so sad.
Alright, I wanted to introduce this one myself, but it just didn't work out that way. So DC, tell us about the next news article.
Yay, let's talk about My Neighbor Totoro, locale inspirations. I'm talking
I do not
about
have
it.
that tab open.
Well,
that's fine. Please
too
do. I derped
late.
up. I don't know how I managed to do that one. Please continue.
So, director Hayao Miyazaki once lived in the city of Tokorozawa in the Saitama Prefecture. Hey, Saitama! And was inspired to create My Neighbor Totoro from his memories of the area. Now the city has unveiled a monument inspired by the classic Studio Ghibli film, which it features Buscat and Totoro.
Which, if you look, once again, all these news stories are in our Discord on the Otaku News channel, and you guys can look at it yourself. There's such a cute little statue. It's adorable. It's Totoro and the cat bus.
170 centimeter tall bronze statue. Jeez.
Which reminds me of that statue of that dude did in the Trigun movie. He had to build a statue of himself
He built a
and then
statue of
insure it.
himself. But this is nice because it's like,
But
this is where Miyazaki grew up as a kid, and so they're honoring the movie that inspired.
Starting from Tuesday, a song of the movie has also started playing as a jingle whenever a train leaves a Tokorozawa station. The date coincides with the 70th anniversary of Tokorozawa's municipal enforcement.
That's adorable that it plays
adorable.
a little jingle from My Neighbor Totoro.
It is. I hope it's Totoro. I hope it's that
Hayao
one.
Miyazaki left a message to commemorate the occasion. I want my beloved Tokorozawa to preserve its greenery and its landscapes from long ago.
Nice. Their recent installations are part of a bigger effort by Tokorozawa City to ramp up anime-related tourism. Kadokawa opened its interactive anime concept hotel of EJ Anime Hotel in Tokorozawa in October. The hotel will be part of the town's facility, which itself is part of the Kadokawa and Tokorozawa City collaboration project, Cool Japan Forest Vision. The purpose is to draw foreign visitors to the often neglected Saitama area. I would love to be able to go
You
to
and
Japan
Biohazard
someday.
would love to go, but also we have a question for Shinobi. What brand of chair do you have?
Me?
Yes.
Honestly, I don't remember. I got it off Amazon.
Aiden NG, Aiden Taboi. I don't know. There's a lot of letters there. I'm just gonna call you Aiden. Aiden asked that question in chat.
Oh, Biohazard's
Let's go. Let's get rich, Bio, and go together, my dude. Castle in the Sky.
It's gonna
imagine.
cost
I
$2
love
grand.
all of them, and I also love My Neighbor Totoro, and I also love Howl's Moving Castle probably the most so. But anyway.
Yeah, Howl's Moving Castle is the best one, hands down. I will fight anyone.
What about Spirited Away?
I love Spirited Away, don't get me wrong.
Spirited Away is great, but Spirited Away does not have a very attractive wizard in it. Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
But it's
Yeah,
got
I'm
a
right.
dragon.
But for me,
It
too,
does have a dragon. Don't you at me, DC. Chase ats me for my dragon love all the time. Don't you at me right now. Or Biohazard's asking about your chair as well. Deracer? My boyfriend has a similar chair.
Deracer or Drazer? Those are two
Deracer? I
options.
don't know how to say words.
I don't know.
Everyone
Anyway,
chair
so
on top
yesterday...
of
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, just speaking.
I was just saying, I don't remember the brand. I got it off Amazon. It starts with a
Actually,
W.
I might have...
It starts with a W.
Mia, get with me after, and I might actually have that same chair on my wish list. If it is the same chair, I want to ask you how you like it, because I literally have just like a chair, and I have a broken
You
tailbone,
swore.
and so I did swore.
I have.
Oh no!
Look, y'all with your
Shane Bell in
fancy
chat.
chairs. Y'all with your fancy chairs. My chair is
Shane
an
Bell.
old chair from my grandma's that has new wooden legs put on it, so it works. So don't at me
Well,
about your fancy chairs.
The brand was only $100.
Welcome to Chaircast, where we discuss
My chair was
chairs.
free, with like $5 of wood put into it. So, Angels, what's that next?
The next
piece of
one.
News?
Yesterday happened to be November 7th, or if you are a Mass Effect fan, N7 Day. And BioWare blog states that they have been struggling to keep a big secret up until yesterday. But now it's official. Today we announced the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. We've heard for years your request for a Mass Effect remaster. So we're super happy to finally reveal that we've been working on a remaster edition of the Mass Effect trilogy. For many months now, our team at BioWare has been hard at work updating the textures, shaders, models, effects, and technical features of the three enormous games. Our goal was not to remake or reimagine the original games, but to modernize the experience so that fans and new players can experience the original work in its best possible form. And it goes on to say about their Legendary Edition will include single-player base content and DLC from Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, plus promo weapons,
What was that
armors,
last one?
and Mass Effect 3?
I don't remember that game.
Listen,
Anyway.
it was good until the ending happened.
Nope.
I refuse.
Nope. Now see, look, it came. I came late to the series because I didn't have an Xbox for a long time. I finally found the series for PS3 in one little box set, and I was playing through all of them, 100% completion, and I was almost done with Mass Effect 3, 100%ing it, doing everything, talking to everybody, doing every character side quest. Meanwhile, with my man Garrus and my PlayStation 5 itself, my PlayStation 3, and we're not talking over that and my 100% run of the Kingdom Hearts games.
No, that's good. No, that's
Anyway.
good. That means you didn't have to suffer through the end of Mass Effect 3.
No
It died at
spoilers.
the right time. It died at the right time.
Anyway, plus promo weapons, armors, and packs, all remastered and optimized for 4K Ultra HD. It'll be available in spring 2021 for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC, with forward compatibility, targeted enhancements on Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. So, are you guys excited for that?
No.
Oh, hush.
I have
I'll
Mass
play
Effect
him.
1. I already have all of them, so.
Mass Effect 2 is a perfect game, and I'm very excited.
Yes. Mass Effect 1 was good. Mass Effect 2 was the perfect sequel. It's a shame they ended after that.
Oh, yes. You caught us.
Yeah, I'm not spoiling anything, but I will say I do still like 3 up until the end.
Yes, true.
As long as my boy Garrus... Don't tell me. Move on. What's the next story?
Hey, Promised Neverland Season 2 confirmed for January 7th for all of those that like Promised Neverland.
I like the Promised Neverland. Yay! And the long-anticipated second season will make a debut, as you said, on January 7th. A new teaser trailer has been revealed. Posted to the series' official Twitter account, we have a brief glimpse what's to come in the next set of episodes after the ending of Season 1. The stakes have never been higher. Excuse me. It was originally scheduled to air in October, but pushed to winter 2021 due to Voldemort. News of the January 7th premiere was confirmed during the Fuji TV Anime Lineup Pass Conference 2020 live stream. And honestly, I am very excited. I cannot wait for it to come out in a dub, which they do have the dub date on here somewhere, I thought, and I'm skimming, and I'm not seeing it. Okay, look, don't you my dub. My children really liked watching The Promised Neverland with me.
Promised Neverland.
And even if they didn't, I would still watch it in dub.
Still have
Okay.
many, many, many things to say about that series, but I won't.
Look, Shinobi, did you get a chance to see the first season of Promised Neverland?
I didn't care for it. I tried
Yeah!
That's fair.
I tried it for like an episode and I was like, eh.
I really
See?
enjoyed it. It's a good show. But
I think my other problem too is like I have so much anime that I'm watching that I just never really gave it a chance. So
Look,
But,
honestly, if I didn't watch it for the cast, I wouldn't have watched it.
yes, we know you don't like the pacing, but I thought it was
Yes,
balanced for
Chase.
the level
Yes,
of
the
drama.
pacing issues, Chase. Yes. Thank you.
They
Thank
kept
you.
it a level.
for all
Anyway,
those
let's move on.
asking, I posted in the comments, but it's Vites.
Vites.
Huh.
Is it comfy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
good. So
Would
what's
it
that last
support
bit
my
of
screwed up
news?
tailbone? Last bit of news, another one I am personally excited for. Beastars Anime Season 2 new video announces January 5th premiere. Live stream Fuji
Everything's
TV
coming out in
anime lineup
January.
unveiling for 2020 event debuted a new promotional video for the anime of Pagaro Itakaki's Beastars manga on Thursday. The video announced the second season January 5th premiere on Netflix in Japan and features the opening theme song Kaibatsu Monster by the duo Yasobi.
It's not The World Ends With You though. So.
Okay.
I really want that anime to come out. It doesn't come out till summer of next year, alright? I'm really looking forward to it. Leave me alone.
I'm sorry.
I feel like it messed
Okay.
a lot of things up though.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, you said the
Freaking
thing.
Voldemort. It's fine.
Damn Voldemort.
It's fine.
The first television anime based on the manga debuted on Netflix in Japan, Fuji TV's Ultra Programming Block, and TB Nishipon in October 2019, and it's debuted on Netflix on March 13 outside of Japan. And now I am really excited to see more. Like, if those of you who have watched Beastars, you know how everything ended. I need to know what happened to characters. I need to know things. Okay, where's our dear boy? Where is Lewis? What is going on with him? So I'm excited. And yes, I will be watching it in dub. Even if I have to wait a little bit longer.
But hey, what are you excited for? Let us know. Tell us.
Yeah. Tell us what you guys are excited for in the comments down below or over the side, depending on what platform you're watching this on. But next, we got our topic.
Do we have our topic?
Do we?
Should we
I don't
tell
know.
them what our
Did you
topic
not-
is, Angels?
did
Should
you-
we tell them what our topic is?
Yeah. Please.
So this week we're doing a little thing called "What You Got There."
Might
we're
be a
going to
new
be
segment.
discussing. We're going to be discussing what are we currently enjoying: movies, anime, games, manga. So Angels.
Chase says he's looking forward to the Demon Slayer movie.
Interesting. But Angels, what you got there?
What do I got there? Well,
What you got there?
I just so happen to have this completely non-planned prop in the background just for this occasion.
Oh yeah, totally non-planned.
Totally not, because I regularly keep game cases behind in my backdrop. This, if I can see it through the light, is Death Stranding for the PS4. Yes, I know it came out over a year ago. I am behind the times, and I am just getting back into this game.
Yeah,
I
you
started playing it when it first came out, and I got distracted with a bunch of other projects, and so I am playing this along with some other games. I'm going to talk about the games first, and because that's what I have in my hand. But I'm playing this one for myself on my PS4. For my channel, I am playing through my long play of We Happy Few because not enough people recognize that game and have played it all the way through. And the
Nobody
storyline
has really,
is
yeah.
amazing. I am going to play it all the way through. I don't care if I'm not getting much of any views. Someday somebody will go, I want to know how that game ends, and they can watch mine because the storyline's amazing, and I'm actually trying my best to 100% it without guides. So that's fun. But it's amazing, a very gripping, very deep, dark story for that one. And then I am also been playing Visage with my friend Chase, but that's on hold for the time being because life. And then some other random videos on for the channel like Among Us, Phantasmophobia, Dead by Daylight, fun stuff with friends. And then not on the channel, other than Death Stranding, I am also been playing a lot of The Forest. A lot of that game, way too much. Chase introduced it to me a couple months ago, which is you guys don't know by now. One of my best friends, he lives in Australia. He gave me this blankie. It has a koala on it. Where's a koala? There's a koala. There it is. But I'm actually trying to solo beat the game by myself on my single player mode, and it's harder than it may sound. If you've never played The Forest, look into it. It's also got a fun gameplay, gripping story, some horror elements to it. It's a good time, and it's not that expensive on Steam, so... I'm not reading your comment aloud, Chase. I did not want to call you out like that, and I'm still not going to, okay? And you leave my walking simulator alone, okay? Death Stranding's got a gripping story, okay? And there's spoopies. There's spoopies in the game. Fire Force
Jeez.
Season 2, it's so good. Bio's looking forward to that. Yeah.
Yeah, the
DC,
Forest is
what
a
kind
fun
of
game. I've
games
played a little bit.
have you been playing?
What have I been playing?
Yeah.
Oh god, you really want to get into the list? So, recently, I actually played Radical Rabbit Stew to completion, which is a pixel art styled game. Sort of has a feeling of like the old school Mario's and the old school Legend of Zelda's, and even a little bit of Donkey Kong, if you remember Donkey Kong on the NES. And it's really fun. You're a little chefy boy, and you go around and you gotta save your other chefy boy friends.
Oh.
I've also
Boyfriends?
been boy friends. They're
you
also
ruined
chefy
my
boys.
yaoi dreams.
Well, I don't really know what genders they are. One's a dragon and one's like a
Hey.
mole. I don't know. That's weird. I've
Nani
also,
dragon?
I've also been enjoying Shadow Tactics, which is a game that takes place during the Edo period, and you stealth around as a ninja, samurai, and a couple other classes, and take down enemies in stealth tactic styled combat that gets very difficult.
Sounds interesting.
But I've been playing a lot of like stealth action games. I was trying to beat Heave Ho on my own. That
Oh, no.
became an impossible task.
I got that
pretty
game,
far.
and no one wants to play it with me, so it just sits there on my Switch. Like most things on my Switch do, because I just don't have enough time with my day.
It is very difficult. It is complicated.
Well, if I ever got good enough internet to use like Steam Share or Parsec, we could try to play together.
I also finally got to the end run of Slay the Spire. Took me forever, but I finally got to the end run. So I beat it with one character so far.
Aiden, yes, it is a very good game to play with friends. I've actually I play it with friends more than I play it by myself. I prefer it that way, but I'm challenging myself by trying to beat it by myself with no friends.
Evo, so
Fun.
hard. So hard. So hard.
What else?
Now we must ask Shinobi, what you got there?
As far as multiplayer games go, Destiny 2 and Final Fantasy 14 are the big ones.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
Hi, Magic Hurdle.
Yeah.
And as far as single player goes, I just started the Watch Dogs series. I beat 1, I platinum 2, and now I'm playing through Legion.
Nice.
Portal Shell is one that I need to finish. I decided to play
Portal's so much fun.
10-2 again for like the 10th time because I'm a Final Fantasy addict and I want the platinum like all the other ones.
If you are just joining us, we are talking about things that we're playing or watching or investing our time in right now. Reading,
I do
writing.
like Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, Final Fantasy is my favorite franchise and 4 is my favorite.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7, the original, is actually up there on my shelf. I don't know if you can see it. There's Bone Dragon, there's Kurama, and there's Final Fantasy 7 with a Tokyo Ghoul sticker in front of it.
I got a still in its wrapper Final Fantasy Crisis Core PSP game.
Crisis Core is so good. Zach is the real hero.
Oh yeah, 100%. So good.
What did you think of the remake? Final Fantasy 7 remake?
Oh, it was so good.
Did you get to play it? I'm actually thinking I've got a couple of my friends who don't have it or not really, but they want to see it. So I'm thinking about doing a hard mode replay on my channel because I played it for my own self and I beat it.
You should have played through hard mode the first time because hard mode really isn't that hard.
Yeah, I'm
a
always
shame.
one of those that plays through normal and then plays through hard. Easy, I don't do
I have
easy unless I
but
absolutely
feel
have
like
to.
honestly, I feel like the difficulty of games has been dumbed down anymore. So I'm starting to just like right now I'm playing Watch Dogs Legion on hard. Like
That's like that's one of the reasons why I got out of 14. Is I went to a level 60 dungeon as a warrior tank, and I forgot my tank stance, and I never lost aggro, and I was just like, well, this isn't fun.
they changed it
Oh.
a lot and did a
So
lot of
much.
rebalancing. In fact, like the
Yeah.
new rates that I dropped for Nair, they're Nair based on like Nair Automata based rates are super hard. I still have yet to go through without dying around. I die probably on average like 3-4 times.
Oh, yeah.
In chat we have Aiden saying Destiny 2 is good, and Boss says hubby and I just restarted Destiny 2, and Vio says that she's going to play it eventually. I
Everybody
had
should.
never look. I have Destiny 1, and I never really played it because when I first got it, the game was given to me, and I didn't have PlayStation Plus to play it online, so it just kind of sat on my shelf. But I might go back. I've heard the really good things about the Destiny series.
You need
So
people to play with, definitely.
Yeah.
I like it a
Yeah.
lot more now that I'm playing. I can't even play it on PlayStation anymore. It's like having a seizure.
oh jeez.
But the only
Oh.
reason I got back into it and pre-ordered Beyond Light was
Play
because
Beyond
my friends were playing. So
Nice.
Well,
I,
Bio, if GameStop
Angel.
ever honors their promise to give me the physical copy my husband pre-ordered of Final Fantasy VII, that's a long story. I'm not getting into that right now,
Hey.
but I will let you borrow it because I had to get it
Angels.
digitally because GameStop jerked me around. Yes, DC.
Hey, Angels. What else you got?
Hmm?
There?
What else do I got? Anime.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear about the anime I'm watching? Other
What are you
than
watching?
for the OtakuCast, because we all know that we watch anime
Yeah.
here together in Anime Club, which we'll cover in
What
a
are you
little bit.
watching?
But alone, I have been watching Inuyasha. It's one of my first great anime loves, and I need to finish it. Look, I don't have time.
Watching.
I don't. I try to do OtakuCast. I try to take care of my spawn, and I try to do channel and all that kind of fun stuff, and be like wife and clean the house, stay at home mom, clean the house, make the foods, that kind of stuff. So look, I do not have a lot of time, but I'm actually in the hundreds now for Inuyasha, in the hundreds episodes.
Just
So
throw some bread and sandwich meat at the hubby and the kids, and be like, take care of yourself for a night.
You think that, but it doesn't work that way. I'll sit down to watch an episode, and Mom, it takes me like an hour to watch an episode of anything, unless I stay up like all night, and then the hubby grumps at me for staying up all night. It's life. But with the hubby and family, we are watching Naruto Shippuden. We're in the 450s, which I need to get him going before that one movie comes up in Anime Club.
Yeah, you do.
He's like, I don't feel like watching anime tonight. I'm like, we're nearly done. Like a weekend of binging, we can finish it. Come on.
A weekend of Bernie's?
And actually, we're also watching My Hero Academia season 5. I think we're halfway through it. It's hard to get him to watch anime, but he doesn't want me to watch those two shows without him.
So what you're saying is you're halfway there.
Whoa, lemon and a pear. Anyway, you had to do it. I had to respond. And then I am watching with Chase when my internet allows. We pop on Discord and we watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure together, which is a great time. And then with Desiree, aka Colette, aka Bio, it's been paused for a while, but I've not forgot. We've been watching Fairy Tail, and we're like in the 160s. Help me out here,
Bio's also
Bio.
watching Free. And Fruits
Again.
Baskets.
The season dub is hilarious and not so serious at all and great. Also, Fruit Basket Season 2, I'm watching too. I will get to that eventually.
Basket, and the remake's really nice. It's nice. It's good to relive.
Yeah.
I need to watch it. My sister actually got me, for my birthday, a Fruit Basket shirt with the cat. I forget his name, starts with a K. And I'm like, I love it. I need to watch this show, and I just haven't. So, DC, I'm going to give Shinobi here a turn before you. Shinobi, what, or if I think you're this way on the live stream, what are you watching right now? Oh, are you down? Oh, my screen froze because my internet sucks, so I have no idea what's going on there. I just see the comments. But yeah.
What I'm watching right now is a lot. Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah.
I have
Heck
not
yeah,
seen any of the Mandalorian, but I'm
not
way
spoiling
behind on the
anything,
Star Wars
but
movies.
that end reveal of that episode, yes.
Yeah, I just watched the
Heck
second
yeah.
episode today.
Thank you,
I
thank
gotta watch
you.
it. I haven't watched it yet. I'm psyched.
I've also been watching Lovecraft Country because I love anything H.P. Lovecraft, and it's actually
Heck
really
yes.
good.
I guess.
And then as far as anime goes, I've been watching the Naruto sequel. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it because I can't pronounce it.
Boruto?
Boruto?
No, Inuyasha. I'm sorry, Inuyasha.
Oh, the Inuyasha one.
Oh.
Let's say Boruto. Oh, no.
I'm tired. And well, huh.
Oh, while she's thinking, I was going to tell you guys, I'm also very excited for his Dark Materials, the HBO series, season 2. That's like my favorite book series ever. I read them like
I
every
don't even know
couple
what
of
that
years.
is.
The Dark Compass, or the Golden Compass, the Subtle Knife, and the Amber Spyglass by Philip Pullman. And they remade the books. I really enjoyed season 1, so looking forward to season 2. Should be out in a couple of months.
Tokyo
Did you-
Ghoul.
Interesting.
Tokyo
Tokyo
Ghoul,
Ghoul.
yes.
The
I
last,
actually have a little Kaneki sticker
Tokyo
up there.
Ghoul.
yeah, that newest season or whatever where he loses his memory is what I'm on, and it's really weird, and I don't know how I feel about it right now.
Yeah,
Look,
that's
I don't
where
talk
a lot
to
of
that
people agree with
season.
you on that one.
I watched
That-
season 1, season 2, and loved it, and then season 3, you're just so confused, and everything's all over the place, and you're like,
that's where the
wait.
manga really splits too.
And then there's the jam guy, which is the only thing that makes everything better. So
Yeah, I stopped it, and then I started watching the new season of Seven Deadly because I really didn't know how I felt about it, and now I'm watching Seven Deadly, and I don't know how I feel about it. So that's my life right now.
Yeah, I know what
Chase in chat says he started watching Seven Deadly Sins, amazing anime. Devil is a part timer. Oh wait, I've seen that one. Yo Jack, I know you're listening. I've seen that one. That's a good one.
Hunter x
Hunter, Mob Psycho 100, and
Cromartie High School.
Cromartie.
Yes, Cromartie High School. Heck yeah. Go! Love that anime. It's so stupid. I love it.
Aiden says Tokyo Ghoul is so good. LOL, I'm on season 2. Just end at season 2, dude. Save yourself a headache.
Yeah, it gets really it's controversial after season 2, or even in the manga,
I will go back to it.
It's really hard to get through. It's really hard to get through.
Died, and that was it.
It's really hard to get through.
I'll go back to it eventually, but I'm just. Oh yeah, I was also watching Black Butler. I forgot to mention that. Season 3 of Black Butler.
Oh,
I was watching that.
I thought
So
that
good.
season 1 because I didn't really care for season 2, and I never got around to season 3.
Season 2 deviated, I guess, really badly from the manga, but season 3 picks it back up, I guess. I've watched so far half of season 3. I just kind of need to
feel
finish
like
it.
Sebastian can't
Yes, Chase Freddie Mercury. Yeah, that's what makes the Freddy so good.
You're
And
really
the robot.
good at interrupting,
Love the
Shinobi.
robot.
Oh, I'm
sorry, Chase. Chase is talking about Cromartie High, and I've got nobody to talk to about Cromartie High to.
Oh well, Biohazard's going to start Gluttonier, which is something we haven't heard you talk about in a while.
Yeah,
it's really weird. You don't know how to feel about it.
It's so weird, but it's like good. It makes no
I don't know
sense.
whether to be turned on or whether to be in shock or whether.
Exactly. It's a mix of emotions. You don't know what you're supposed to feel.
Look, I did watch the first episode because that was one of the ones we had to review, and we talked about.
Oh,
and it was very.
God of High School.
Yeah, it's something.
We watched God of High School season 1 last season, and
so
oh yeah,
good.
Very good.
I still need to finish the first season.
DC guessed the twist. DC guessed something on that. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Nobody spoil it in chat for her, but DC guessed it. DC's below me. That's why I'm on my screen. But I guess
I got the big brains. I got the big brains.
I'll give him that. Sometimes he's right. But anyway, DC, what are you watching?
All right, so currently I'm watching outside of Jujutsu Kaisen and Death Parade for Anime Club.
Death Parade.
It's so good. But outside of that, I am watching the remake of Dragon Quest Adventures of Dai, which is fantastic so far. I mean, the big bad has already showed up, which is kind of, classic for Dragon Quest. But the main character is amazing. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I talked about it for the fall anime. and he follows Dai, little dude who just wants to be a hero, and he meets with the former hero who took down the big bad and becomes his student, and he teaches him how to be
Hi,
a
Atomic
hero
Missy.
in 3 days. Because apparently the former hero's new thing is teaching people how to become heroes. So that's his job now. He's a
Whatever
hero teacher.
works.
He's like Philoctetes from Hercules.
Very nice.
Only not terrible at his job.
Is he? Yeah, I was gonna say, is he Philoctetes but better?
Yeah. He also has big curls in his hair and he has glasses.
I see
And
why you might like him.
He's very fun. But I'm also, again, I'm watching another anime that we talked about, Ikebukuro Westgate Park. And it is a very good series. As I've discussed, it's based off of a book series and a TV show and a manga. It's been everything, which is super fantastic. It has some strange people in it. It has some interesting stories that go places that you expect and some you don't expect. Last week's episode was about a girl who was from China that comes over to Japan as a part of a training program where they do sewing and stuff. And she ends up trying to leave that because she needs money for her family back in China.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah, but it ends on a really good note. And I don't want to spoil anything for anybody because I really recommend watching the series. Same with Dragon Quest. If you guys are big fans of Dragon Quest or JRPGs, or even the original Dragon Quest anime, it is so good. And I have laughed. I have actually, I've had like little tears well up because there's some moments that are super sad in both series. And I've also been enjoying Mandalorian. I haven't watched episode 2 yet, but episode 1 was so good.
Do it.
It got me. Oh man.
Do it.
Yeah, I
See,
know,
you guys
it's
are going to
so
give me some
good.
hate for this one, but being raised in the very conservative household I was raised in, my mom thought Star Wars was evil, so I did not watch
Yes.
any of the Star Wars. I did not intake any Star Wars media until I was very much an adult, and I am still very behind on all of it. So
I'm sorry. My mom's a Star
Yeah.
Wars addict, so I grew up watching Star Wars since I was a baby.
I watched.
Well, that's awesome.
Man, I remember episode 1. I was like 9.
Trying to
Watched it
get
in
the
theaters.
New Hope is
air
good.
conditioner out of the shot. There, air conditioner gone. Sorry. I didn't realize it was in the shot. Look, it's my cell phone camera. I'm still working on that better internet.
And I
But
believe that's Todoroki.
what? The one with the posters behind her is the guy that red hair looks like Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul. Yeah, right there. That is Todoroki from My Hero Academia. But yes, I could see how you could think that might be Kaneki. There's actually a Kaneki sticker, just a really little one, sitting up there in front of my Final Fantasy game case. I got that for my birthday too. And I'm one of those people that don't use stickers. I just leave them on the backings forever. And I'm like, look at this thing. It's pretty.
You got anything
But
else
yes,
there, Angels?
yes, you know I do.
Else?
I have other here.
I have a long list of manga.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
So
I
much
actually,
manga.
my niece, I have not started it yet. I'm waiting for when I have some downtime. But my niece actually finished writing a short story recently that I'm planning on reading.
Oh, that's nice.
And she is, she's an adult, but she's been working on it for a while. And another one of my friends is getting her first book published soon, and I'm going to be reading that one. And then, I'm actually considered, because if you guys have watched any of our previous casts, when we do our animation or imagination segment, I've twice used some writing I've done with Chase, and I've actually considered, we've been writing for 3 years just for poops and gigs. Text-based adventure roleplay. I've actually considered going back and editing some of that and trying to get it published myself. So, because it's a great story, it's got some dark moments, but it's a great story.
Of course.
And I recently participated in Inktober. Thanks again, Chase. I am not that good of an artist, but I'm improving slowly. And I actually got a commission from a friend who wants me to draw emotes for their channel, and I just haven't got to it yet, and they're not having any rush. but on me, they're not giving me any sort of time constraints. But I've already done some sketches, and I'm incredibly nervous because I've never had commissioned art before, because I don't think
Still
I'm that
good,
good of an
though.
artist.
It's
But that is
really
cool. If you guys want to check out my really crappy Inktober art, it's on my
Dark is in that.
Instagram. Yeah, dark is a big understatement. We have to do a lot of editing, Chase. A lot of editing. But yeah, but it's on my Instagram, angels_calamity, just like everything else. But yeah, that's pretty much, other than being full-time stay-at-home parent. Yay.
Enjoy
yeah,
on your
that's
phone,
pretty-
Aiden.
Okay. Yes, please. We would still love to have you, and thanks for watching. But yeah. So, what about you, Shinobi? You got any other interests you're pursuing?
Mm,
We'll save DC's long list for last.
Not really. Just started working again.
Good.
Attempting to try to read. I have Lovecraft short stories, and I have
Yeah.
Darth Plagueis, the book.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But yeah, no, just trying to balance working. Have a 8 to 5 job again. I'm off weekends, but my weekends just go by way too fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good to be
I
back.
understand you
Getting to
there.
work.
Well, we're trying to get like a house next year, so we're trying to make as much
Ooh.
money as we can. So
Awesome,
Very
awesome. Do you like what
nice.
you do?
yeah, I work at a managed service provider.
Very nice.
Right now I'm inside sales. In 6 months, I'm gonna start training to go to the IT department. But
Ooh.
yeah,
Very
it's pretty
nice.
fun, very relaxed.
Nice.
I make phone calls all
Nice.
day.
Hey, that's what makes a job
I've been there.
worthwhile.
I've
Is
been
if
at
it
the phone calls all
challenges
day, too.
you and it gives you, that what you need that to keep your brain active. Because if you don't have that,
Yeah.
that's it gets boring. Jobs get boring. All right, DC, hit us with your reading list.
So, it's horrible. I'm outing myself on these ones. So, one of the mangas I'm reading is Bad Girl Exorcist Reina, which is about a Yankee kind of girl from
Hashtag judging, not
Osaka.
judging.
She's from Osaka, so she speaks in an Osakan dialect, but she's an exorcist. And
Okay.
the way she exercises stuff is she punches it with like brass knuckles,
Yeah,
or she'll scare ghosts away by like putting charms. Like one of the girls, she goes to this school and one of the girls is possessed by a ghost, and she thinks that she's being like the girl that's possessed thinks she's being bullied by the new student because she writes like "go away" and "f off" and like "s head" on her desk and stuff, and she eventually confronts her about it. As like she hears her like berating people in the bathroom and all this other stuff, and she confronts her. She's like, "Why are you bullying me?" And she's like, "I'm not bullying you. I hunt ghosts." And she's like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, those are charms."
Really?
Yes. There's like
Okay.
and you find out like there's this girl that's a werewolf, and there's a guy that's possessed by the ghost of his dead younger sister. So
Fun.
things by punching them.
yeah, I know, right? It's
I
what's
get
really
kicked
funny.
out of my apartment.
Yeah, what's really funny is the guy when his sister takes over when he's asleep, and she's like an 8-year-old girl and wants to dress and act like an 8-year-old girl. So
But I
well,
want you to repeat the title.
it is called Bad Girl Exorcist Reina.
There you go.
You can hit me up on Discord if you're interested in any of these mangas. I'll read to you. But yeah, he ends up cross-dressing at night as like a little sundress and makeup because he's got his 8-year-old sister taking over and wants to skip around town.
Interesting.
It's funny. I'm also, of course, I am reading Jujutsu Kaisen. I've discussed that before. I'm also reading One Piece, chapter 995.
Days
So
without
long,
a One Piece
sis.
reference.
Never gonna
0.
happen. Never gonna happen. I will sneak One Piece into every cat. If it goes on for 20 years, I'll find a way. All right, I'll find a way.
Chase wants you to read to him, by the way.
I've
It is
had
now
requests.
story. Get your prop pipe.
I've
Story time with Directionally Challenged.
Yes,
There you
like
go.
indeed. I'm
New
also
segment.
reading Chainsaw Man.
Bio called you daddy. Chainsaw Man. Tell me about Chainsaw Man.
Freddy
Chain-
versus Jason, like
Chainsaw Man is about demons, and the main character, I think it's Denji. I think I'm bad with names, but he has a pet demon that's a dog with a chainsaw for a nose, and he gets like his father's debt, and he has to clear the debt, and eventually he ends up like this happens in chapter 1, so don't worry about it. But he ends up getting fused with the dog, and he becomes half demon, half human hybrid. And when he pulls the little like starter chain on his chest, he gets chainsaw arms.
Biohazard wants to know if it's Ash from The Evil Dead.
No, it's a crazy manga, and it goes places that I'm not gonna get into, but it goes places. I've
Them
also
sounds
been,
like my kind of places.
yo, you'd like it probably. I've also been reading a manga called Fire Punch.
Fire Punch, you
It's
say?
it's about it's about like the future where there's these people that have special abilities. Some of them do. The main character's special ability is he has increased regeneration. Like he regenerates like nobody's business. And he and his sister are in this small town, and the whole world's like frozen over. It's an ice age, and he literally in that town, the sister and him go around, and he cuts his arm off to make meat for the village so that they can survive.
Just one
And
arm feeds a whole village?
no, he cuts it off, and his arm will regrow within seconds. So they just cut off his arm a few
Right,
times,
and
they
Chase in
feed
chat
people with it.
says classic One Piece fan is willing to make it go on far too long.
Heck yeah!
You have been
But
added, good sir.
the reason the manga is called Fire Punch is in the first chapter, the main character's town is attacked. They see that they're eating people. They say the town's cannibals, kill everybody. And the guy who attacks them, his ability is he creates fire that once it touches you, it burns until you are nothing. So until all
Oh.
the fuel's gone.
Like Hellfire.
Yeah, and the main character gets hit with it, and his
Or
regeneration.
what is it? In Naruto, the
Amaterasu.
Sasuke's. There you go,
Amaterasu.
Sasuke's.
Yes.
Amaterasu!
see, I
So-
kind of pictured One Punch Man had an emerald too.
I'm also reading One Punch Man. And
One
Boku no Hero Academy.
Punch!
I'm reading Boku no Hero
Yes.
Academy, One Punch Man, Chainsaw Man,
But you
Fire
don't
Punch.
like Deku as a main character.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Deku is awesome. Leave him alone.
Thank you. You leave the cinnamon roll alone.
So
I'll
I
just be here
is my
for-
favorite.
Good night, Aiden. Thanks for joining us.
Alright. But yeah.
So if you want to
Fire-
finish watching this, it will be up on YouTube on Friday.
But yeah, Fire Punch. He basically survives. He grows like 8 years. He gets used to being on fire, and now he just walks around the frozen world completely on fire, just all the time. And anything he touches, the fire moves to and keeps burning.
Oh,
It's yeah. So he's just
That's
a naked dude on
a
fire
good end of
all
the
the
world.
time. And he just
That's a
it's
good
the
end of the
story
world.
of this naked dude on fire going around looking for revenge.
all right. He's just naked though.
He can't wear clothes, can he?
You could get fire retardant clothing.
Oh, he does eventually.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And the last one I'm reading is called Dimensional Mercenary, which is
Does he have body hair?
No, he only has hair on his
Oh.
head.
How
No
would
other
That is
body hair.
you get a ticket for public nudity?
No, because it's apocalypse. It's an apocalypse, so it's fine.
Look, does he have a big personality?
I don't know. It's on fire.
Is it
Oh,
lit?
well. See what you did there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the final one is Dimensional Mercenary, which is about a guy who
I
gets
thought you said dimension mercenary in my mind. Like,
dimensional.
I was
Yeah, it's
killing
yeah, it's this dude who it's a webtoon manhwa. Dude who couldn't get a job gets a job at this company where they send you into the bodies of different people in alternate dimensions so that you can do a mission for them, and you get paid based off of how well you do.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a very interesting series though. It's really cool. One of the characters that he had to go inhabit the body of was an assassin. He's also had to deal with like a general and a knight. It's a very cool series with nice little twists and turns. If you like webtoons, I don't really care for them, but I like the plot enough, so I keep watching.
Nice,
I just
nice.
read.
Look, I'm so behind on my webtoons that I was reading. I was reading Castle Swimmer and Hooves of Death, which I started reading ironically, and I just couldn't stop. But I'm so behind on all of my webtoons. I just don't have time anymore. And The Red King. I think I was reading that. But anyway,
I'm
just don't
thinking
have
about doing
time.
audiobooks again for while I'm at work.
Ooh, might I recommend
Nice.
the I know I mentioned it earlier, the Golden Compass audiobooks if you like fantasies. Right, might I recommend those ones because they are voiced by a full cast. I like listening to audiobooks because I'm like cleaning, cooking, driving. I live an hour away from a Walmart, so I can pop on an audiobook and still get some reading done. But yeah, the Golden Compass, which is my favorite book series, just in case I didn't make that clear last time I brought it up. But it is actually, well, the audiobook is has a full voice cast, and the narrator is
Nice.
the author himself, and it's done really, really well. So
I have to look into that. I'm trying to. I just went through all the Mass Effect series like books earlier this year, and then I started Witcher, and I'm trying to finish Witcher. So it's probably a good time to do that.
Yes.
Witcher 3
Now
is
is
on
the
my
time.
playlist. I just have not played it yet.
Girl, that is like literally a perfect game. So you should go play
I
that.
I
think
know,
I have
I've
Witcher
heard
1
from
and
so
2.
many people, but I want to finish some of the projects I'm currently working on before
Yeah.
starting a new one because I have that problem.
Yeah, Witcher 3 will definitely take like 6 months of your life away. I can guarantee that.
That's what I've
Biohazard
heard.
says I'm reading Mile Hero as well. Chase says either way, Demented or Dimensional still sounds lit.
Lit.
Lore Olympus is Biohazard's favorite
Heck yes, The
webtoon.
Witcher.
Yes. And yes, he does have a cat named after Geralt from The Witcher. And he's a jerk. I know his cat.
Oddly enough, I don't know if you guys watched the Netflix show for The Witcher, it's super good. It really
I've been
like,
told not to watch it till after I beat the game, so.
it has nothing
Probably a
to do.
good
It doesn't
idea.
follow the game at all. So the games kind of did their own thing, but if you play, if you read the books, they're completely different from the games, but it falls in line a lot more with the show than it does the book or the games.
Interesting.
Yeah, like it was weird.
Did you have any more for us, DC?
I think that's all the mangas I'm reading currently.
Nice.
Currently,
Nice.
yeah. It's only like 7 or 8 manga.
Is that all?
Yeah. The Jujutsu Kaisen manga is really good though. It's really good. New chapter dropped today.
You have said that before, yes. Atomic Missy says Days of Hannah is a really good webtoon as well, and it's complete. Ooh. Very cool.
There's also Hardcore Leveling Warrior. That one's good too.
Chase says the game had to be pretty flexible.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, if we're all done with the topic, that means we can move on. DC.
We can move on to Anime Club.
DC, what's Anime Club? Tell the good people what Anime Club is.
Anime Club is where we get together, we watch anime, and then we discuss it. Y'all know. We also watch anime movies. We watched Cowboy Bebop Knocking on Heaven's Door, and next week is Ponyo. We're gonna watch Ponyo.
Probably
Yeah, I'm excited.
good for me to get off now then, because I don't want to start getting into this when I'm getting off in 7 minutes.
It's all good.
We completely
Thank you for being
understand.
here.
Yeah.
Do you have any social medias or any YouTubes or Twitches you want to tell people about?
Creation stuff you want to share?
No,
Now's your time.
No, because I don't stream enough to really promote myself. I probably will start at some point when I have time in my life.
Understandable.
Or just do the YouTubes.
Yeah. Maybe do more reaction stuff.
Mm.
Yeah,
But thank you
definitely.
for being here.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. And if you ever feel an inkling to come back, let us know.
You're welcome back anytime.
Anytime.
We'll talk about the Mandalorian and just the angels.
I can talk about Star Wars and DC fandom literally all day, every day, so you let me know.
It wouldn't annoy me. I mean, the few movies I've seen have been good, so I'm just
played
like...
watch all
played
of them.
many a Star Wars D20 game. many a Star Wars D20.
And a lot of
Nerd.
stuff, video games. KOTOR for life.
And,
All right,
and
good
I
night,
got,
guys. Thanks for
I got a whole
having me.
bag of dice over here.
Oh,
I have
fuck.
some dice for when I play Magic the Gathering.
Magic, D&D, Call of Cthulhu. I need to stop.
Heck yeah.
Good night.
Good
Bye.
night.
So,
Well,
angels.
yes.
What are we talking about first?
As always, we are talking about Death Parade first
Death
because
Parade.
we have been told to. But once again, we got to mention it every time. The opening is fire. It is fire,
It
as
is
always.
so good. It is fantastic.
so good.
It is so good.
Everybody, put your
Put
hands
your hands
up.
up. Yes.
Yeah, it's very
Love
so
that
good.
opening.
But okay, so do you have any theories about the opening, DC?
None that I can be sure about, because I think I think I've already stated that I believe that the black-haired girl is a human, regular person, because I think she's bringing in a human touch, and
See,
that's
I don't.
sort of.
I think she's in training to be
I
one
don't
of the
think
arbiters.
that because of the ending of it with the wires and her being brought down, and she doesn't have the eyes.
Not yet, because she's
But
not official.
We also clearly get a look at some other arbiters. I mean, obviously it looks like, because they look like they're playing different games and stuff like that. And we see the elevator man in the opening, but I'm curious to see what happens.
I am too. And then once it, like we
is-
kind of mentioned last time, it's kind of funny we have such a lively, upbeat opening that's a counterpoint to the show's dark reality.
Yeah, the dark reality. It's so dark, except for this episode.
This episode, yeah, this was a good
very
episode.
nice episode.
How's our episode start, DC?
Well, it opens up on some kids playing in a park, and they're saying goodbye to each other. And then we get our amazing opening, followed by
Everybody, put your
yes,
hands
so good.
up. Yes,
And followed by Deckham waking up a Beanie Boy.
I called
in
him
a
Beanie
penguin
Dude,
shirt.
but yeah, Beanie Dude. He's
I
on the
called him
couch.
Skater Dude.
She said, "See you later."
He looks like a skater dude. Like, he's got the beanie, the shirt, and the pants. He looks like a skater dude.
Okay, I mean you're right. You're right there. I'll give you that. And he's confused, and then he joins a girl at the bar. You know, and Deckham and the black-haired girl. Yeah, black-haired girl are at the bar, and they go over.
Does not have a name. We still don't know what to call her.
I'd be like, could you just call me something? Like, just call me, just give me a nickname so I have an identity, please. Daddy Deckham. Yeah. But anyway, and they go through the spiel. The boy
remembers he was on a bus. Girl remembers nothing at all. She doesn't remember anything. And, you know,
they continue with the rules. You know, we're going to do roulette. Play the game.
We got to talk about that, though. That was a really cute moment, because she's just like, itch. And then he says the rule, and she's like, 2. That was fun.
Okay,
I liked
that was cute.
It was a fun little moment.
She was adding, the black-haired girl was adding her little flair to it. Yeah,
I liked it.
And the boy and the girl do the whole, this isn't real. You guys are messing with us.
Blah,
and they run
blah,
to the elevators. No memory. Girl has amnesia. Remember nothing.
She's full on amnesia. Doesn't even remember her name.
No. And then Deckham's like, you will remember after your game. And she's like, okay, I want. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I promise you'll remember when you play the game. And she's like, all right, well, let's do it.
Yeah. And the guy's like, sure, why not? And so they push the button, roulette, and the room. I couldn't read what it said, but you find out very soon.
Bowling.
That the room shifts and it's bowling lanes, and it's bowling, yay! Which strange thing to have a battle to the death over.
Which it fits with the name of the episode, Rolling Ballad.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that, but it does. It does.
I wanted to add it in whenever it seemed fitting.
That's a good that was a good DC head pats for DC.
Yeah.
But and there's some exceptions. You get one ball of frame, and the balls have the other person's hearts inside of them.
A representation of their heart and body heat.
Yeah, so they they throb, they pulse, and this warm. Let me just hold on to my warm throbbing balls, DC. Bowling balls, that is. Don't take that out of context.
It's really weird when he puts his fingers in the ball.
And it just
you get that the representation of the body heat, where it just looks like his fingers are inside like a fleshy
look. He went to a
cube.
strange place, and he's like, "This is how her heart feels. This is how warm she is.
This is how." Yeah. Well, is yeah. But
no.
he kind of gets all blushy because he thinks she's a cutie.
Yeah, I said in my notes it says, "Dude pervs it up a bit, warm."
Oh, hey, yeah, my notes just say pervs out.
Yeah, that's funny.
So yeah, glad we agreed on that one.
Definitely. Oh, and it's also said that the balls are linked, but there's no pain. No pain,
just linked to the heartbeat and the body temp. And,
so the boy tosses his ball.
String, yeah.
He gets a split 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl's turn. Boy's heart is racing. The boy has feelings for the girl, and she flips her hair, and it's a moment. And the boy gets like a memory. He gets a flashback of that memory from childhood that we see in the before the opening.
Yeah.
And
I wanted to make a note of this though. You notice that in this episode we get to hear both of their thoughts.
Yeah.
Last time we got focused on the husband, and we didn't get to hear the wife's thoughts. But this time we actually get to hear both parties' thoughts, which is nice. It's actually cool. But yeah, we find out that basically they're childhood friends.
Sorry, I had to die for a second.
That's okay.
But it's his turn. He's thinking about the girl, and he gets a gutter ball.
Well, we also, the black hair girl, she makes a note that she likes the fact that this is a more friendly atmosphere.
Yeah,
than
and they have
the
like
last few times.
They're just chatting it up, and they're having a good time. And then Beckham also tells her that she's getting good at her job. Yeah.
He gives her some praise.
So the boy and girl keep playing, and they're having
bowling
fun.
montage.
The boy looks like he's winning.
That's called a montage. Montage.
Yes.
Yeah, he's kind of winning. I gotta say, my best game of bowling was only like 163.
I haven't bowled in so long, dude.
That's my best game.
The next town over, the town 15 minutes away, has a bowling alley, and I should go there more often, but I just haven't been in years.
It's fun.
Well, not right now
I enjoy
because
bowling.
Voldemort, But anyway, and the boy makes a bet that if he wins, then she goes on a date.
They go on a date. Yeah. It was nice.
Very cute.
It's a nice moment.
I mean, we know, but it's cute. Don't ruin it.
They're having fun, and it's nice.
So, and then the girl goes up to throw, and she gets a memory about working at a bowling alley, and she remembers our beanie dude, that he gets a strike, and her next throw, she gets a strike, and then she throws next throw, she gets another strike, and childhood memory, she tells him her name,
it's
and
Chisato.
And she also has the park memory as well. And then they unite, they talk about it, and it's adorable.
And and Deckham's like, so it begins.
Yep.
She's like, what do you mean?
The beginning of the end is what he said in dub. And
she forces. I like how she tries to force. She's like, "What do you mean? Explain yourself." And he's just like, "Okay." She's like,
"No,
what?" No, she does. He does. He's like, he agrees to explain himself to her.
Not really in the dub. He's like, "No." In the dub, he just said no.
In the sub, he says, she's like, "Explain yourself," and he's like, "Okay," and she's just like, "What? I thought it'd be more difficult than that."
Yeah, then he, because in the dub he goes no, and then she keeps badgering him. He's like, "Fine, I'll tell you if you be quiet." That's what happens.
Oh,
and then he whispers something something in her ear.
He says that it won't. Yeah, because he said that it wouldn't be the happy ending that she expects.
Yep, exactly. And then Deckham covers her mouth, so she can't.
She's like, "You mean?"
Yeah. And then that's when he says it's not going to be a happy ending. And so the girl plans on getting a gutter ball to let the boy win because she had pulled ahead. And he throws his ball watching his big score and memory. And then his memories, his friends tell him a secret about that girl that he sees at the bowling alley, which is this girl. Yes. And then he looked angry, and there's talking and then he tries to talk to her on the bus that he remembered. And then we have an accident.
He die.
So far,
Final
car
Destination style.
accidents have been, yeah, the thing. So then the game, back to the game.
I liked the moment because he drops down in realization, and she goes over to check on him, and he's just like, "Haha, I was tricked to you."
Yeah, and it was a good moment. And then he remembers that was not her name. Oh, she gets a gutter ball.
She gets a gutter ball. She remembers everything.
Yes.
She's not Chisato. She is Mai. And
she is not the girl he was yelling at in his memory, but somebody else.
And she was the second person, because they mentioned that. Yeah. And so she's kind of in shock, and Shigeru goes over there. That's the boy's name, and he still wants that date. He still wants to go on a date with her, and that was a really nice moment, which is immediately followed by them begging Decim for a chance, which he says, will 5 minutes be sufficient?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which he says was a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Which
and then
was really
he grants
funny.
them their date. It was funny.
Yes.
And he grants them their date,
nice
and they're
moment.
grateful. And black-haired chick is like, that wasn't funny. That was mean.
No, it was mean. But I thought it was funny. I paused and bust out laughing when he said, will 5 minutes be sufficient? Because that was
there's a lot of things people can do in 5 minutes, just saying. But later, the kids are on their date.
Some people.
Proof is in the pudding, my friend. Kids are on a date and they're enjoying it, but then Deku's like, it's time. Like, they have a little date montage. It's adorable. We see more of this area too. Yeah.
I like the date montage that we really get is the end credits. We get a lot of the date montage. It's really nice, really sweet. They have a little boat ride and things like that. It was wonderful that Decim allowed them this moment to really
very cute. Very cute.
It's adorable, and they have a really sad goodbye. And they, but the boy admits that he loves her and she loved him, and the Decim kind of explains that she had surgery to change her looks, which I guess because she had like droopy eyes was one thing, like her eyes looked half shut.
Yeah, see, it didn't go into that kind of detail in the dub.
That's just if you look at
in the flashback, Decim was telling a secret. The girl's not who she thinks she is, and parts of her memories are missing. And he mentions something about her operation. That was about it.
But that's when you see the flashback of her. She had the surgery
in the elevator.
Her half of her face goes back to normal, and she has freckles, and her eyes are kind of like mine, half closed. I can't help that. It's just how my eyes are.
It's okay.
See,
but
that's the thing is the guy liked her even kind of before that. She didn't need the surgery for him to like her, but they both get heaven, reincarnation.
Really?
Yeah, both masks are white.
But was it? I see. Yeah. I was wondering about that. When in the elevator, she gets a memory of talking to a doctor about her surgery, and that's where it comes through on the dub. And the dude remembering his friend's secret, and his friend's kids one of his friends had plastic surgery as a kid, and it all comes back around.
After high school.
And then, that's why I put women went in the black elevator and dude went in the red. Who, where? That's what I put in my notes. But if they both had white, because that's awesome.
Both were.
That's good. They both deserved it.
Yeah, I remembered because when they said where the people went last time, I made a note of the masks, and both masks were the heaven mask this time.
And then after our cute little after credits scene, Blackhair and Decim chat while Decim cleans up, and they talk about the other girl, like the one that she originally thought she was.
Yeah.
And uncertainty of life, and Blackhair throws a ball and gets a strike, and Decim's impressed.
Yeah, she's a good bowler. It's a nice moment.
It was very nice. And then we have Jujutsu Kaisen, which
is full of is funny. It's full of funny. This episode was great. I loved this episode. And if you want to know, Jujutsu Kaisen episode 3, Girl of Steel.
See, I didn't write the title. I'm glad you got that because I forgot to write it down. But we start the episode with the girl in Tokyo that we saw at the end of last episode, the one that's talking about being a model.
Well, it
And-
starts with like, Yuji, you succeed and go and blah 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 blah, and then we get our badass opening. I love that opening.
Oh yeah, she did mention Sayori-chan. Then I
Yeah.
finally made it, kind of thing.
Sayori-chan, yeah. The
Yeah.
third.
And then we get our opening, and you did a swore, by the way.
Whatever. Let's
did.
talk about. Let's talk about Fushiguro explaining just how small Jujutsu sorcerers are, like how small the
Yeah.
population is.
That
Which he does.
Oh,
He
yeah.
explains that. He explains that he's like, trying to explain that is like, Yuji's like, well, why are there only 3 students? And he's like, have you ever met anybody that can see ghosts or curses? He's like, no. He's like, exactly.
Should have wore a sweater. Sorry, it's cold in here.
It's not cold here. For some reason, in Missouri, it's still decided to be like friggin' 70, 80 degrees. Because, Missouri can't have...
I mean, I live in California, but I live up in the mountains in California. And there's snow outside. But anyway, yes, and then we also have them talk about Yuji's uniform. It's customized. And
Gojo
Sensei ordered it for him.
Yeah, Gojo says that you could get your uniforms customized. He's like, well, I didn't customize. He's like, I did it for you. And Fushiro's like, yeah, that's just the kind of person he is. He just does that.
Yeah. Which, kind of cool, honestly.
Yeah,
Then we see...
Gojo don't care. Well, they also ask, like, why do we have to meet up in Harajuku? Because she wants to meet up in Harajuku, which we get to see why.
But we see a dude asking girls, and now this was funny. There's like a dude chasing after pretty girls in the street, asking them to be models.
He's one in particular. Are you working? I work for a modeling agency. This is me. Here's my card. Take it. And she's just like, hey.
And our girl walks up.
What about me?
And the dude's like repulsed and or afraid of her. And he tries to run.
Attitude.
Yeah.
She does not have a good attitude.
Mm-mm. And then Yuji and Megami watch embarrassed, and Yuji's like...
I love that. He's just like, oh, we gotta talk to her? How embarrassing. Crepe, popcorn, rook glasses.
Look, he's doing the whole tourist thing. You leave him alone. He's Yuji's best boy.
He is best boy. He's not smart, but
no.
God, is he fun.
Isn't like the main character syndrome in most of anime? Is the main character is really not that smart.
That's where
that's a funny thing to look at. It's like, oh, we relate to these stupid characters. I wonder why.
That's where Ichigo differed, because Ichigo was in like the top 3 of his class.
And hey, what about the Light? He was a genius.
Yeah.
See where it got him, but
he didn't really have the shonen main character syndrome.
No, that's true. And then Sensei calls her over and she asks about his blindfold. I'm like, finally.
Kugisaki Nobara is her name.
Yes. Kugisaki Nobara, and the woman's... What? I have the woman in the three-man... Oh.
Be happy, boys. I'm the only woman in your group.
But it's a titular thing for these animes. Is like a one woman to 2 dudes,
I love that she's just like, be happy, boys. It's like
she's giving me some... I instantly really did not like her personality very much.
I love her.
Giving me some Sakura vibes instantly, and I'm just like, so pushy and loudmouth, and might be useless.
I love her.
I said might be.
That if I had to choose, I would have chosen her as a model.
She is pretty.
Yeah, I don't think. I think she could be a model. She just has a terrible personality, which fits for a lot of models.
Yeah, that's right. So they have their introductions, and then she thinks Yuji...
I love the introduction. Stare.
Pretty much.
That's what she says.
I love that
she says it out loud.
She just stares. She says the word stare, yeah. And she says that Yugi looks like a potato and Megami is a stuck-up.
Nobara's vision of them where it's just like distorted cartoons.
Yes. And I don't blame her, because if that's how I saw them when I looked at them, I would also think Yuji looked like a potato. Yeah. And Sensei's like, we get to go on a tour of Tokyo. Yuji and Nobara argue about where to go. They have all
he's
these
like,
destinations.
I want to
in
go
mind.
here. And he's like, that's not in Tokyo. And he's like, we should go to Chinatown. She's like, that's in Yokohama. And he's like, yeah, Yokohama is in Tokyo. And then he's like,
And
we're going to Roppongai. I know all of these places, weirdly enough. Because they start off
That
in
is pretty weird.
Harajuku, which is the fashion district. And like Roppongai is more of like the downtown nice night district, you know? Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Not someplace that high school kids would normally want to go to, though. Not as
But
tourists.
if you've never been to Tokyo.
True. And Megumi breaks the fun, saying we're going because there's a curse there. You know, and the
that's
two get
because
mad.
They show up at the curse building, and they're like, "This isn't even Roppongai."
And it's like a cemetery.
Yeah, there's a cemetery nearby, and that's sort of what why there's a curse, because it's an abandoned building, and there's a cemetery nearby, and we get that explanation that curses are built from fear and negative emotions. So people fear cemeteries, people fear abandoned buildings. That just builds up, and she's like, "Oh, like the school," and it's like, "Yeah, I like that."
People don't really usually fear schools, so.
It's negative emotions. People associate school with negative emotion.
Okay,
nobody's happy to go to school. You're not happy.
I like going to school.
Happy. I hated it.
I liked it because I got away from my family.
Yeah, but I hated it.
That's fair.
But yeah.
And so Sensei says it's a field test.
Yeah,
and that
the girl. He also gives Yuji a cursed tool called Slaughter Demon.
Because he doesn't want Yuji to use the.
Well, he explains that Yuji can't use cursed energy yet. Yuji's like, I can't use cursed energy yet. Sensei's just like, well, you're half a curse already. Which we kind of skipped over that she thinks Yuji's gross because
she does think he's gross. I have it in my notes. We just skipped over it.
And Megumi's just like, no, I agree.
Yeah, he's nommed not one but two at this point of the finger jerkies.
Yeah, and
bones and all just demon. Crunch. But yeah,
he doesn't even crunch them. He just swallows them whole.
Yeah, you're right. Hot dog. It's a really big knife, and the girl's like, "That's lame." And Sensei's like, lame. "Do not let Sukuna out."
Yeah,
don't let him out.
You destroy all the curses in the area, but at the same time,
you cause more trouble that way.
Yeah, drag a bunch of people into it.
Yep.
I love this series. I love it so much.
They go in. Megumi wants to go, and Sensei's like, "Nah, we already know you."
Recovering.
Yeah, we were gonna keep an eye on Yuji, but this is really testing Nobara.
Nobara's that's tested, and he's Nobara is. I love Yuji coming in to the building, and he's just like,
I got Kronk vibes.
Oh yeah, I wrote down Ninja Yuji.
I got so much Kronk vibes from Emperor's New Groove, where he's like doing his own.
Yeah, I love
exactly. Doing his own theme song.
I love it.
But they chat for a minute and they split up and
she's gonna start from the top, he's gonna start from the bottom, they're gonna meet in the middle pretty much.
They have a little talk about sushi and Yuji's like, be serious, and she gets mad and kicks him.
This is why girls don't like you.
Yeah. And then he calls her an unpopular B word.
Yeah, but I like that he also is like, how does she know girls don't like me?
Yeah, that was funny. And then the curse shows, and it goes to stab him, and he uses a knife, and the monster's asking about a receipt. Yes, he does. He kicks major butt. Would you like a receipt? Do you want a
glitchy head?
Yes. And he kills it and praises it. And he praises himself. He's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got
it. I'm awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, totally.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together. It's coming together.
Yeah.
So Sensei's talking about Yuji. Yeah.
He also he's impressed with Yuji's strength. You know, but he's like, but Yuji does have a few screws loose. You know, he's a little crazy.
Yeah, he has no hesitation.
Yeah.
And he used to be normal just a couple days ago, and many high-level sorcerers have given up, unable to do the job. But here he is doing it just fine. But he's just kind of stupid.
Yeah, and he's just like, so this is a test to see just how crazy she is.
Yep. We come to see her yelling at a mannequin, and the curse seems to be hiding in it. And I saw her weapon. I found very interesting. It's a hammer
nails?
and nails. Yes,
Uh-huh.
I found that
A
to be
hammer
very
with
interesting.
a little heart on it. The hammer's
Oh
got
yes,
a
can't
little
forget the
cutesy
little
heart on
kawaii
it.
heart on it.
I love it. It's a little pink heart just right there.
No. But Sensei goes on about curses are born from human nines, but they adjust with the population.
Yeah, because more population equals more energy, and thus the curses in Tokyo are on a different level from the country.
Exactly. So then Nabaro's with the nails and hammers start burning, and
yeah. My notes here are hammer time.
Hammer time. Yeah.
Yep.
And Sensei's still talking about curses, about Tokyo,
curse.
country.
Puts
Worse
those
in the
cursed
country.
energy into the nails. Bop.
She boops them. Boop with force.
Boop
and
with force
they
sends
look
those
like
nails.
eye piercings. Boop, boop.
Yeah.
Right,
Goes
eyeballs,
right
and then
the
Sensei
brain.
still. Yeah. But mannequins don't have brains.
No, but they do if they're curses.
Yeah, you're right. And then Sensei's still talking about curses in Tokyo or worse in the country, probably because more people, more populous, just like he was talking about.
More people, more strength. Did you
And
like the mannequin's eyes?
That was interesting. Mannequin's
like
twitches in its eye. Yeah, all the eyes
open.
Eyes
pop open on
Kind
it.
of weird.
It's creepy.
We see the girl leaving home and graffiti all over her car and more eyes open. Yeah,
Angels,
van. You're right.
The van. It was vandalized.
Get out. Get out.
Yeah.
Give me a shame bell in chat for that one. Please,
It was a van and it was vandalized. I didn't
All
need
I
to
could
make
think
that
of
pun.
was the barrel, okay? The poor barrel. If you're Una's fan, you understand the barrel. But
yeah,
look, that
she tells the curse that he better remove those nails, or her cursed energy will leak into him. And head exploding.
Yep, and his head explodes. And then she sees the kids hiding, and he doesn't trust her.
She's like,
and she,
"Oi, come here." I guess it's true. Kids don't warm up to beautiful women.
No, she just has horrible.
You gotta love the confidence, though. You gotta love the confidence in herself.
There, I did it myself since no one else did.
I love the confidence she's got.
Yeah, look. And she tries to get him to come out, and he's scared and he won't. And she's like, I'm gonna have to call Yuji. And the boy freaks out, and because the curse reaches through the wall and grabs him.
Yeah. The Captain Caveman looking curse.
Yeah. Weird dude. And the spirit is like taunting her with the child.
Yeah.
And using him as a hostage.
And
so he's
that's
smart.
when Gojo explains that it's not just that they're stronger in Tokyo, it's that they also are smarter. They've got wisdom, and wisdom means that they make you face choices.
Exactly. And then we see the boys bleeding, and she's trying to figure out her best cause of action here. She's like, well, if I can't save the kid, then he dies, and if I just leave the child die. Yeah, if I die trying to save the kid,
he's gonna die anyways.
And if I let the kid die, she's weighing her options here.
Yeah.
And so she drops, and even though by her own logic, letting the kid die,
if she survives. Yeah. Her own logic is it's better if I survive. She still drops the hammer. She
drops a hammer and nails and surrenders to let the boy go. And the curse is, of course, not letting the child go.
She's wishes she could have seen Sayori-chan one more time.
Sayori-chan? And then we get fist.
Yes!
Just through the wall.
The best moment in the whole episode. Just boom! Fist! And we get Yuji's voice. Huh? I missed.
Yeah. He burst through the wall like the Kool-Aid man.
Bursts through. Yeah. No troubles. Just busts through the wall.
And then he cuts off the curse's fingers, makes him drop the kid, and then they fight.
I do want to mention one thing here before we do go on. You gotta think how freaking weird this has to be for the kid. Because they can't see curses. He's just in the air floating and his neck's bleeding. And he's just like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just floating here. What's happening, man? Oh yeah,
Poor
no,
child.
it's gotta suck to be that kid. I was like, this dude's traumatized. Like for the
For
rest of his
real.
life, he's gonna be like, there's some freaky stuff out there in the world that I can't see and I don't know about.
You're right. But Yuji cuts off his fingers, lets the kids go.
Arm,
They have
whole
a,
arm.
oh, his arm. Yeah, you're right.
whoosh.
And
Yeah,
then
right.
Yuji like pushes the curse back and checks on the kid, and the curse tries to run. And Nobara
And
is.
he's
Go
like,
ahead.
I'll join in, because dude's like, I'll join it, but the girl's like, give me that, give me the arm. She pulls out a little straw doll. Yuji and the kid
Yep.
are both like creepy.
Very
Like
creepy.
Yuji has any room to talk. That's what I love about him. No room to talk about creepy or weird, but he does it all the time.
And then she
Love
uses
him.
her fire and her nails and his
Boom.
hammers a straw doll.
Straw
And we get a
doll
dead
technique.
curse.
Resonance, and then the curse just boom, needles and burst out of it because it's awesome.
And
So
it
we
did.
find out, yeah, she
Sensei's
cool.
impressed.
She good. She's strong. She independent. All right. She's a strong,
And then we
independent jujutsu sorcerer.
She is, but she still irritates me. I don't know why.
I like her.
I don't know. She's too bossy. Go with that word. And then we have story time about Sayori-chan and young Naburo. And she's cute.
She was from Tokyo, moved to the city, cute as a doll and kind as a nun.
Yes.
But the
And
people drove
the villagers,
her out.
Because they were suspicious
Yeah.
of
Well,
the lady from Tokyo, the outsider.
Here's
and
the
then
thing, though. This is the thing that I don't know if you noticed. Did you notice all of like the this bridge is broken down due to
I
age,
did say.
and then we're protesting the bridge expansion. Or we don't the highway protests. I think
because the big city wanna run through
Now,
their town and stuff like that.
I will state, yes, I am reading the manga, but at the same time, this is like a thing that's in the background in it as well. That's never like brought up really. But what I think the reason why Sayori-chan's family or whatever was kicked out was because they might have something to do with the highway expansion. And my reason for this is that because it would make sense as to why they're like, oh well, she thinks people from the country are just idiots and they're stupid and blah 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 and we hate people. And
gotcha. And don't forget Nabarro was very young at this point.
Yeah, she was a first
probably
grader.
Too young to understand all the political intricacies that came with.
Which is what I like about that is that she doesn't understand it, so we don't get any information on it.
Yeah. Well, we're looking at it through a child's point of view at this point.
Yeah.
Yes.
But she gets like these sweets from this shop that are homemade, and she's like, the ones from the shop are better. But she's like a high school girl that kind of became the big sister of this first grader. Very nice,
pretty much.
Sweet moment.
And then it was her van that got vandalized.
Yeah, you have to say it because that's what it is. It's vandalized.
And then they drove her out, and then she has a final visit, and something about the bridge, and it kind of trails off mysteriously. I don't know what was up with that.
If I had stayed in that village.
Mm-hmm. But and then we go back to present time.
Starts being like, what have you been eating that lets you punch through walls? And Yuji's just like, it's not like it's reinforced concrete.
Yeah, and they bicker and they fight again.
Come on, that's funny.
He asked her why she even came to the school, if she hates the country.
Yeah, because she hates the country. That's why. He's like, why did you become a jujutsu sorcerer? I hate the country.
Pretty much. And then she admits that she can't afford to live in Tokyo, but she wants to work. So she became
a sorcerer because that'll pay for her to live in Tokyo.
Yuji's like, you'll risk your life for money? And she's like,
yeah.
Why not? It's what I want to do.
Yeah. Then she kind of says that if she had stayed in the village, she'd be as good as dead. And then she's like, she tells Yuji, she's like, thanks for saving me. She's like, but that's it. Now we're done. Now we're even. Yeah. It's done. We can move on now.
See, she irritates me.
I love her. I love her so much.
And he tells her to get serious again, and she's like, lol, no way.
No. And then we get like the kid gets returned home.
She's grumpy when she's hungry.
She's like, I get it. I'm in a foul mood when I'm hungry. And Yuji's like, aren't you always in a foul mood?
Exactly. There's a hair on my microphone. Sorry if that
And
blasted you.
I don't know what this. I just know that when Gojo Sensei comes back, he says "Good Joseph." I don't understand.
I don't know.
I don't know what it means.
But he's like, okay, we get to go eat, and then they argue over what to eat.
Beef
like,
steak, sushi, and he's like,
Yeah.
I got it taken care of. What do you want,
And
Megumi?
Megumi-
He's just like, meh.
Yeah, he's so
Whatever.
used to Sensei's antics at this point. And then Megumi like ignores him, plays with his phone, and Sensei just takes the other two and walks away with them.
And they're just, I love them walking off, and he's just like, oh, he's just pouting because he didn't get to join in, and she's just like, such a child.
Even though she was just a second ago commanding Yuji to carry her stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. I love it. The dynamic of everybody's.
Go ahead.
I just love the friendship in that group.
I don't know if we call that friendship yet, but the dynamic.
It's adorable.
That's a thing. So they argue a lot. Let's just leave it there. And then we have a log, July 2018, West Tokyo City.
Juvenile detention facility.
Detention center. And I had to sit here and pause it to make sure I wrote this down word for word because it seemed important.
Yeah, it is.
In the sky above the exercise yard appeared a apparition of potential special grade. Its cursed womb was witnessed by several non-jujutsu sorcerers, humans. I had that in parentheses because obviously.
And there are people that can see it, but they haven't been taken into the jujutsu school, kind of thing.
It's a fetus.
Yeah, it's a cursed womb.
Yay!
What did you think they meant
in my
by
notes.
Cursed womb?
Look, it's just disturbing. You don't. Fetus.
It is, isn't it?
Disturbing. Like no. And then due to emergency situation, 3 first years dispensed to the scene, and 1 died.
Yep.
And then we have our closing. Then we have a post-credit scene,
which is rock, paper, scissors over what they're gonna eat, and they get sushi. And then they have a fun little debate over about where to eat sushi. And I love that. I love Yuji's whole thing. Is like, it's gotta be, the food revolver sushi. They're just like, well, why? He's like, well, don't you get it? At Sushi Go, the sushi comes on a bullet train.
But did you notice their argument took the style of like a fight? Like their verbal argument, and it took like the style of like, that kind of thing.
It's adorable.
And then he wins.
I love it.
And then he hangs out the taxi on the way.
He's
and then
like, she's never been to Sushi Go before. It's like, please ride properly inside a taxi.
Yeah, I found that funny. The little disclaimer there. That was cute.
It was adorable. I loved it.
It was adorable. Fun times. But I want to know about this cursed fetus. I am going to make a guess that it's not a cursed womb, yes. I'm going to make a guess that our 3 first years dispatched were maybe not from this school. They might have been from another school because I don't want any 3 of these to die. But if anyone's going to die, it's going to be Yuji. And then Saikuno's going to get out.
Did you not see the final end scene?
But
it's our 3. It's our 3 that go. It's a little preview of the next episode.
Oh, I see. I didn't watch that because I wanted to. I don't watch the preview unless I usually I focused on writing.
I got to destroy your theory right now. It's our 3 that go.
No.
Yeah.
Look, if they go, it's gonna be Yuji that dies because then Saikuno's gonna come out and it's gonna be a bad time or a good time because I do like that demon daddy for whatever reason. Give me women! Give me...
Where are the women and children? I got slaughtering to do.
Slaughtering must happen now. And then the movie we watched was Cowboy Bebop Knocking on Heaven's Door, but that is
which we discuss in the post-show. You only get that if you're a patron.
You only do. For as little as $1 a month, you can get the perks of watching us at We Can Swore in the post-show.
We discuss them movies.
You can hear DC's completely unedited potty mouth, which actually I think mine's kind of worse.
Yeah, I still maintain a lack of swore.
I don't.
I just get used to it, so I don't do it.
I don't.
Right.
But yeah. And one last thing here we'd like to do before we say our goodbyes is say a big thank you to our new Patreons. Look, I was a little behind. That's my fault. My bad. Give me the shame bell in chat, boys and girls and non-binaries. because I forgot to thank our new Patreons, Lissa XO and Adam Sininsky. Did I say that right? I hope I did. And thank you guys so much for supporting
It's
us.
not a sarcastic clap. It's a happy clap.
It is.
I don't want to
Thank
do it
you.
too loud.
I hope you guys are enjoying the post-show content, and we are sure glad to have you. Because if you're a Patreon, if you're here,
your family.
DC. There you go. There you go. Your family. But that about sums up our cast for today, at least the live portion of it.
Yes.
So,
thank you for watching, and let us know. Comments down below. Let us know in the chat. Are you excited for next episode of Jujutsu Kaisen? Have you already watched
and
ahead?
Death Parade.
If you have, no spoilers.
Please don't.
And give us your thoughts on the topic.
Things.
What are you into right now? What are you watching? What are you playing? What are you reading? Let us know. We're curious.
Give us more things to add to our ever-expanding list of more media to imbibe. Give me the goods.
Let us know in the comments, I'll find them. And I'll reply.
I'm down. Well, I don't know if I'll watch them, but I'll definitely give them a check. I will look them over.
I said
and
I will reply to their comments. I try.
Well, you know.
If I see.
I will reply to comments as well. But yeah, check out all of the social medias. You know them, but at this point, the Instagrams, the websites, the YouTubes, the all of it. And thanks for being here. DC, take us out.
Thank you for being
here.
It's your turn. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later, navigators, and everybody in between.
This isn't your channel. They're not navigators.
I still believe that they guide our empire to where it needs to go.